Alrighty, so today we need to talk about the Part 2 LR for Golden Week. Now, you might be wondering, when is the Part 2 LR for Golden Week going to be? Well, typically it aims for around 2 weeks after the Golden Week banners dropped. So recently, last year, I believe we saw them on the 14th. So I guess I probably should have pulled that up ahead of time. But with this, we have to discuss who do we think is going to be the Part 2 LR, right? Typically with Golden Week, if you guys don't know, this is going to be a legendary summon character. So it's at least worth talking about who we think it's going to be. But I guess we could open this video by saying, for sure, this is going to be a skip, right? Like, if you guys didn't summon for Golden Week characters, this is definitely going to be an easy skip. Yeah, so the 14th, we would kind of just like translate that over to this year. We're thinking like the 13th, the 14th, the 15th. Anywhere into like the second week of May towards the end of it, this is when we can expect the Part 2 LR. So now that we have that sort of prerequisite out of the way, when are we going to expect it? Who could we potentially see it being? Now, it's a tough call, right? I think that there are some more obvious cases than others, but I think that a character that we've been waiting for a pretty long time is fairly possible in this case here. Now, you may be wondering who I'm talking about. You guys can see from the thumbnail, I have Vegeta from the Vegeta and Cabba fight. I do think that potentially could be one of our options, right? Maybe like a base into Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. I think that's a pretty cool moment, right? Vegeta specifically kind of showing Cabba the ropes of Super Saiyan, and then obviously Cabba unlocking Super Saiyan, despite it being controversial to a lot of people. I still think overall it's a very cool kind of interaction. It's a fun fight. Two characters that have very similar ideals where they're very prideful in the race that they are. And that clash is kind of just a fun moment. And I think the fact that, we'll just pull up Evolution Blue Vegeta for the discussion, but I think that a Blue Vegeta from this would be pretty cool, right? You could have an active skill that might be like, never forget this pain, or whatever the hell he says to Cabba, where, you know, he just kind of goes into blue. Cabba's like, what the hell is that? And then Vegeta's just like, all right, good night, right? And then just puts him to bed, if you will. Just a quick one shot, it's over. I think that could potentially be a Part 2 LR here, right? This would be a good buff for tournament participants. It'd be a buff for reps of Universe 7. Really would just kind of tie in together with the characters that we got in this recent episode. Would all sort of blend in together, right? I think that is definitely one of the possible options. Now, the thing with tournament participants in specific is, like, it's tough to go back to the Tournament of Power, at least the major players, right? You think about the ending, Goku and Frieza. We got that this year. We got another Evolution Blue Vegeta. We got Jiren in mid to late 2024. We got UI Goku in mid to late 2024. We started off 2024 with four major Tournament of Power EZAs, and then we got some other ones right here. So it's kind of like, all of these characters, when you look at them, it's probably more likely than not that we are not going to be seeing them for the Part 2 LR, right? Just because we already have their iterations, they've been updated recently. So where does that leave us, right? Obviously, with the Blue Vegeta, we talked about him, but one of the picks that I think is really, really possible here this year, a lot of people are going to be happy to see this, I think is going to be a Kefla. Shout out to the Kefla guy. Always gets excited when I talk about him. I appreciate you watching, bud. But with Kefla in specific, this is really going to be checking a lot of the boxes this year for who we could potentially be seeing, right? I think that if there was ever a time to do LR Kefla, aside from the Kale celebration, this is the one, right? When we look at tournament participants and we go up here real quick and we choose the boy Hit, where is Hit? Yours right here. This character would just be massive, and I mean massive, for helping out the Universe 6 team and just Hit himself, right? When we talk about the Tech Kale and Caulifla EZA that is more than likely going to be coming, right? The potential God Goku and Hit EZA. Now, they wouldn't really work together in the sense of Universe 6, right? Because if we pull this character up here, they were data mined or something like that. So if we pull them up right here, can I pull this character up? Yeah, here we go. So if we have them right here, you guys are going to see that they do not get Universe 6. So they're going to be tournament participants. They're still going to be fitting the some of the leads here for Hit, right? Because if we go back to Hit, so Hit is going to be leading. I always mess this one up, but it's going to be Accelerated Battle, Rapid Growth, Universe 6. And then we go over here to our boy Hit and Goku. What do we have in here? Hopefully we have Accelerated Battle. We do. So that is going to be working well on the team. So what characters are going to be working well together in a trio tandem, if you will? Hit, LR Kefla, LR God Goku, and Hit can all be ran on TUR Hit's team. So this would work out very well because we are going to be able to get the additional buffs here for hit in the intro buff, potentially could get with the tournament participants and stuff like that. Extra Universe 6. LR Kefla could be a very Universe 6 based character that would help with the Universe, with the Tech Kale and Kefla. All 4 of these characters would work very well in synergy, and I think that that could potentially be a very fun team to run, right? Because you just have characters where they need to be. You have 2 hits, so you have your dodge or die characters. You've got the LR hit and Goku Easy A if it were to happen in theory. You have Tech Kale and Kefla, and then you have where am I blanking? Hit LR Kefla, right? So the 4 new characters. So I think that could work out very well. And then with the tournament participants or Universe 6, Rapid Growth, all that fun stuff, you're going to get access to characters like UI Goku on Accelerated Battle. So overall, I think that this is just an extremely easy chance for them to do a character like Kefla here, right? Just because so many good characters are going to be linked up for that team. And overall, I just think it is definitely going to be a good pick. So if you were to ask me who my main pick is going to be this year, I'm definitely going to be on the train of LR Kefla. That is who I want. But that doesn't mean we can't potentially see other things. We just recently got an LR PyCon, so it does make things a little bit trickier, right, with tournament participants, because you look around here and it's kind of like, oh man, what are we really going to get? Now, let me give you a sleeper pick. Bergamo and the Trio of Danger. I think this would be a really fun LR, because Bergamo and the Trio of Danger, or the, the Trio of Danger would be a good time, right? You guys know all about the lore of Bergamo with the insane attack stats, insane defensive stats that they had at the time, the building up that they were able to do when they keep getting hit. Just a very funny character. And then potentially with an Easy A for this Bergamo and then an LR for the Trio of Danger would fit under the Tournament of Power, so tournament participants. Where I think this would get a little bit tricky would be the leader skill. You would probably have to just toss them on Accelerated Battle in order to get them under the hit leader skill, but you could potentially, I guess, go with the Kaioken Goku side of things, because if we pull them up, we are going to have, I just want to make sure I have these leader skills right, Universe 7 or Full Power, so maybe they could be under Full Power. Is Bergamo on under Full Power? No, he is not. So yeah, with Bergamo and the Trio of Danger, I think it would be very tricky to sort of get them on a team that you would want them to be under, because they are not a rep of U7, they are not Accelerated Battle, they are not Full Power, they are not reps of Universe 6, right? It's just, if they're not Rapid Growth, it is just a tough spot to get them in there. So I don't think this would be a very good category pick, but I think that getting an LR for the Trio of Danger would be pretty cool. We did get a good Goku and Vegeta moment out of that, because that was like one of the first adversaries that Goku and Vegeta ran into in the Tournament of Power, because the Trio of Danger is like, all right, let's get these 2 out. These are like, the main problems here, so we got to get them out. And then obviously it didn't work. Goku and Vegeta, they're not going down frame 1 in the Tournament of Power. I'm sure most of you could figure that one out. But I think overall, there's like an off chance that we could see this as an LR, because I'm sort of just looking at the tournament participants category and just assuming that we are staying within this realm. So like Universe Survival Saga and tournament participants is just going to be, there's going to be a lot of a lot of synergy between these teams. There's going to be a lot of common denominators, right? So, Kefla, I think overall is going to be my #1 pick. When it comes to sleepers, it's really tough to find a sleeper from the Tournament of Power that we haven't gotten recently, right? Like LR17 got his Easy A. This could be a good time to Easy A this guy if they stay within the Tournament of Power, right? With Frieza here. But for the Part 2 LR, I think that is overall just going to be my 3 main predictions here. #1 is going to be Kefla. #2 is going to be the Trio of Danger. And then #3 is going to be Vegeta from the Kaba fight. So Part 2, looking to be pretty interesting here. Hopefully the quality of character is a little better last year than what Ultimate Gohan was. I think that Ultimate Gohan could look good. But overall, he's not the best. He wasn't the best, right? Let's be honest. A little bit restricted with team building, could look impressive, but just wasn't like a character that we really needed to have, honestly. So I probably would stay away from doing something like that in the future. Hopefully, my guess is they would be very tournament participants gated. But again, let me just kind of close the video with this. Unless they hit your soft spot, right? Like you've been waiting for LR Kefla for years, which a lot of people have. I would definitely say this is going to be an easy skip for you guys. It would be an easy skip for myself. Legendary summon banners are never going to have value that is worth summoning on. So there you guys have it. Let me know down below what you think. Who do you guys think the Part 2 LR is going to be for Golden Week this year? Are you going to be summoning if it's a character that you want, and all of that fun stuff? If you did enjoy today's video, don't forget to leave a like before you go. Subscribe if you're new. Join the Discord down in the description if you want to interact with myself as well as the community. We have an active community over there that can answer any of your questions, help you out with anything Dokkan related, hang out, post whatever you like, right? Within the rules, of course. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you did enjoy. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you all in the next one.